Hey guys, welcome to ST Global. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to sew this dress that you're seeing on my video and on my thumbnail. This is a baggy pant trouser and it has a side pocket. It has a cargo side pocket. In this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to create exactly something like this. So stay tuned and please do well to like, comment and subscribe to this channel. Thank you and let's get started. So guys, to create something like this, of course you need your fabric, and then what you need to do is to fold it into two because we are going to be cutting a trouser. And the first thing I did was to fold it into two and then mark my starting line, which is going to serve as our waistline. So right about now I have to take the full length of this trouser, and then since I'm having a very short cutting table and my camera cannot really capture it very well from afar, so I just have to drag it to the full length of this pant. So this is the full length of the pants. This is about 42. So you go ahead and cut the full length of your trouser, and then you add 2-inch sewing allowance to it, and then any edges that you feel like is not really good for it, you just have to trim it out, just as you see me do in this video. And that is all you need. So just as I said, you fold your trouser into two, then you mark your starting line, and then you are good to go. So the next thing we are going to do is to take from the waist to our hip line. So you go ahead and mark your hip line. Some people they use 8 as their hip line. Some people even use 7 and some use 9. So the next thing we are going to do is to mark your cross line of your client. I'm actually making it for a client, so just go ahead and mark it. And then this cloth is going to have a waistband, so you will have to decide whether you're cutting it together with your waistband or you are going to attach a different waistband to it. So right about now you have to divide your hip measurement into 4, and then you add about 1.5 sewing allowance to it. You can decide to add a very large sewing allowance, all depend on you. So and then you mark it from that your cross line, you take it to your hip line, and then you take it to your waistline, because that is what we're going to be using as our waistline, because it's going to have an elastic waistline. So the next thing now we are going to do is to take, for me, I'm going to take my knee from my waist to my knee length, but it is not necessary because it's a free trouser. You can actually cut it like that. It's a free palazzo trouser. So all you just need is your cross depth line and then your hip, and then you mark it. So right now the next measurement I'm going to be taking is going to be my cross extension. So I'll just go ahead and divide that hip measurement that I divided into 4, and then I will divide it into 4 again. Whatever it gives me, that is what I'm going to be marking as my cross extension. So I'll just go ahead now right now and connect it from the waistline to that cross extension to form that cross extension, just as you see me do in this video. That's exactly what you will do. Sorry, even after dragging the camera down, the thing was not still, my chalk was not still visible. It was not still very deep visible. So now on the knee line, what I did was to just take that hip measurement down to the knee length. So that was exactly what I did, and then I blend it from that cross depth to my knee line, and then from the knee line now I'm going to use my ruler, and then I will now blend it to the ankle. So this is exactly what I did, and you can see our palazzo pant. I don't want this cargo pant to be a very big palazzo pant, so that is why I did not really add much allowance. As you can see, it's not a very big free palazzo pant. So if you want your own to be a very big palazzo pant, you can go ahead and add a lot of allowance to it. So right about now, I'm done cutting the front part. So I just have to place the front piece on the back piece. So I folded it like this. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to extend my cross extension for the back. And then for the upper part, I will have to go up by 2 inches. You can do 2 inches, you can do 1.5 just to cover up your back pant when you're sitting on a bike or something, so that it will not show what you're wearing, your underwears. And then you blend it to the side, and then you extend all the line together, and then you join it. And then after that, of course, you have to do the cross for the back. And then this is exactly what you look like. This is exactly what it looks like. All you just need to do is to mark your point, and then you connect it, and then your back piece is ready. It's not hard. If you know how to get the back piece shouldn't be a problem. Just to join all the points together and connect it, just as you see me do in this video. So you guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you have watched this video to this extent, do well to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, like, comment, and turn on your notification bell so that you always know whenever we post a new video. So from the cross extension of the back, I just went down, and then I come out by 2 inch, and then I blend it to join with the front piece, and then and take it to the ankle. So right about now, I want to form a pocket. So this pocket, I'm going to go in by 2 inch, and then I will come down by 7 inch. That is to form the depth of our pocket. So I go in by 3 inch, then I come down by 7 inch. And then after that, I just have to connect it from that point down. So this trouser is a free trouser. I did not give it any shape, so I just have to cut it like that. So I have my 4 piece of pocket tee here. As you can see, it's 4 piece. So this fabric is not enough, so I just have to use black. So right about now, I just have to remove 2 piece and keep aside, and then this other 2 piece, this is exactly what I am doing, just to connect them like this and cut it out just as the front piece is. And the blue hashoke you saw there, I'm going to be using it as our cargo pant. So right about now, it's time to start joining it, just to connect it like this, and then you take it to your sewing machine and then join it together, and you are good to go. And this is it after joining it. So if you have iron, can go ahead and press it with your iron, but right here there was no light, so I just have to continue with the work until when NEPA brings light. So it's time to join the side pocket. So just as we already shape it, and this is, we are just going to place it just as it is, and then and stitch it by 1/2 inch, and then turn it, then use your iron and press it, and then you bring it back. And this is exactly what it is after doing all that. So right now, I'm going to bring the other piece of the pocket, and then I will place it. You know, we use black, and we're not supposed to use black, so I have to use these pieces here to cover up the part that will be showing. So if you want me to actually teach you how I did something like this, comment it, drop it in the comment section. I will do a separate video on how to do something like this, so that in case you run out of fabric, you will know how to manipulate the whole thing and make it look perfect and still beautiful. So right about now, to join the pocket together, just as you see me trace my hand like that, like this. That is exactly what you do. You have to sew the pieces first, and then after joining everything together, I now have to come to the front, and then you now stitch the upper part down just to join it with the pieces, and that is it. So right about now, I am done. As you can see, it's looking very beautiful, and you see how I cover up that pieces. Like, we'll cover our nakedness. The black is actually inside, while the main fabric is what is showing here. Yes, that is how your own should be, and you should know how to do it as a tailor. You should know how to manipulate anything as a tailor. You are like a doctor, you know, right? Okay, now is to join the back piece together, just as you see me do, and I just have to place it on the front piece, and then right side facing each other. I will stitch it down by 1 inch down to the end of the trouser, and this is it. Very neat, very beautiful, and our trouser is almost ready. So you guys, you go ahead and do it the same thing. So what is left here is the is this cross side. So we just have to leave it first, and what we're going to work on now is the caco pocket. So this is the ashoke I told you guys I'll be using. So I have to join it. It was not enough, so the length here is about 10, because I'm going to be doing a lot of bending, turning, and that is it. And I'm just going to fold it like this into 2, but it's going to give me, after folding it, to give me 1 inch, and that is what you should do. And then, but you can decide to do ½ inch, because we are going to actually put a pocket cover that will actually cover this part. So I'll just take it to my sewing machine and do the needful. So right now, this is it. So I'll just go ahead. You can go ahead and use your iron and iron it and place it like this. So the next thing is to mark the where we want our caco pocket to start. So from your waistline, we are going to come down to about 14 inch, and then you use your chalk and indicate it. You mark it like this, just as you see me doing this video. Please, you don't need to always see my chalk, my marking. Just use my voice, how I'm explaining it and what I'm doing in the video, to work on your fabric when you're working. If you're a beginner, follow it like that. My class is very easy to understand. So this is it. I'm done stitching it. So there was not enough space in my phone to actually show you guys how to actually create this caco side pocket. So I have to do it off camera. As I said, just as I always said, if you need a tutorial on how to make a caco side pocket, please comment. I will do a video, a separate video, step by step on how to do it. So for the cover here, I just did, after turning everything, it gave me 2.5, and I go up by 1 inch to actually stitch it down and then close it back. Sorry, it is not still very visible for you to actually see what it looks like, but it's actually beautiful, trust me. So that is it, and just have to trim out any thread you see, anything you see that is not giving the cloth that beautiful look. So you have to trim it out as you're sewing. Always trim it out. So this is it, and our caco side pocket is ready. I also turn the hemline. I turn it by 1 inch, and like everything, what I left was 2 inch, so I just turn it 1 inch in and 1 inch to actually take away the extra allowance that I added. So right about now, we are going to, what we have here is the side. We are going to close the side, and we're just going to sew it like this. So after joining everything, your trouser should always be equal length, just as you see. If you have excess, it means that there was a mistake. So that is what you should do, and then take it to your sewing machine and do the needful. And this is it after stitching the side, and this is what it looks like. And as you can see, our trouser is ready. So what we have here next is to work on our waistline. So what I'm going to do now is to go ahead and measure my waist, whatever I have here. It was about 44, and this is my elastic. This is my band. There was not enough pieces, so this is about 2 pieces. So I just have to cut it out like this, and then I'm going to just mark where big, because this my waistband is going to have something like eyelet. So it's going to have an eyelet, but I'm going to be forming it with my hand, because I do not have those pins to actually do it. I don't have time to take it to the market to do it. So I'm just going to form it by myself. And that was the process I was trying to do it. So I've gone ahead to sew it, and that is the eyelet where I'm going to be passing my rope. And after that, I press it, because NEPA finally brought light. So I press the elastic band. So I'm just going to put elastic. So this elastic was very big, about 3 inches. So I have to trim it out because it was too big, and I want my elastic waistband after everything to be about highest 1.5. So I'm just going to put the elastic inside here, and I will stitch it down, and then I'll take it to my and then after stitching it down, I'll just have to bring it back to, and then I'm joining with the trouser like this. I'll just have to, as I'm stitching, I will have to be pushing the elastic inside, because I stitched the side of the elastic, that is the back part, to the waistband. So I just have to be arranging it while I'm sewing it on the trouser. And this is it. We are done with the stitching. We are done joining the band to the main dress, and this is what it looks like. Very beautiful. And what next now is to actually pass this our rope from that eyelet that I created. I'll just use my pin, and then I will pass through it, and then I'll bring it back. And this is what it looks like. And as you guys can see, our dress is ready. Our cargo trouser is ready, and it's very beautiful and very easy to make. Thank you so much for watching, and please do well to subscribe to this channel, and do well to share this video, and do well to say something about it. I love you guys. See you in my next video, and you guys are the most beautiful people and amazing people I have on this platform. I love you. Bye.